everybody. Welcome to David's Kitchen. We're going to take a look at the kitchen here. Whoa. Wow. Hey, that's pretty bright. You drop the curtain here. Remind me to get remote control curtains. That would be great. Yeah, I kind of need them. Welcome to the show, everybody. Today we'll be cooking another seafood medley, super seafood rotini, $10 for 5 people. Yeah, we're staying within the $10 framework on this one, although it was tough. Yeah, welcome. Let me get the show going here. We're getting ready for the Easter period. I can't believe how late Easter is this year. It's just unbelievable. And of course, a lot of Catholics prefer eating fish due to the religious restrictions on Friday. So we're getting ready for that tomorrow. Yeah, I don't want to miss that. Yeah, we saw that bird taking a dump on the president. That was terrible. Boy. He was in the wrong place at the wrong time, you know. Well, you know, the peas are ready for action here. Let's take a look at the ensemble. Today we'll be cooking with the rest of the box of Rotini. Let me get the camera going here. Wow, what happened to my light? There we go. Yeah, so we have the rest of the box of the Rotini here, and that's non-GMO. I got the full box for $1, so I'm going to add some of this Blue Evolution, which is a new brand of Rotini. And I think I spelled Rotini incorrectly. That's correct. There's no U in Rotini. Thank you. Thank you for checking. See, we're constantly abbreviating everything and making changes on the fly. Hello. Yeah. You care for war so much, why not fight? No one wants war, Mr. Imbecile. Thank you. Yeah. All right. And any disrespect in the show is always dealt with a ban. Any type of discussion about sex or anything like that. Yeah, we don't allow that. All right. Yeah, I picked up some 4 cheese Italian I'm going to put on top of this. I got this for 99 cents, this package, so you could replace it with a little Parmesan, I suppose. Yeah, we're going to add some water to this sink here. Oh, you can't see it. Hang on. There we go. All right, nice big full half container of water. Very nice. I filter the water, so we're going to put that on a low burner. Bowl number 3 will be the burner. And this side over here, I'm going to do another 3 as well. On the rear on that one. Okay. Boy, that's not exactly perfect, is it? Always good to run a little water through there. Yeah, I did a pretty good job of cleaning, but I cook with these things all the time, so it doesn't have to be perfect as long as it isn't developing bacteria while you're Okay, let me get this camera lined up. Are you talking to me or what? What's going on? Hey, what's going on there? We are broadcasting on multiple networks. It's one of those things that I have to do just to maintain the presence here on the internet. Now, what does super seafood mean? Well, back in the day, I used to go to a place called Red Robin, which is still in existence. And I picked up this cup the day that I got a wonderful seafood dinner with my mother, way back in 1999, I think. And Red Robin used to put out a really great seafood ensemble, a combination platter, on a bed of pasta. And it was so good. It really was. It was probably very similar to what I'm making here, except I'm going to add a couple of lower cost ingredients. And ingredients would be tuna fish. Yeah, so I get these tuna fish full of protein, You can generally buy these any brand in water for $1 a can. So that's something to stock up on. And then I purchased frozen shrimp and scallops. And I'm letting those, that's $4 worth of shrimp and scallops. $2 for the scallops and $2 for the shrimp. Let me get a good picture of that. There you go. Nice. So that's the seafood medley. I mean, we're talking full of good seafood. Oh, thank you very much. That's sweet. And of course, we've got the scallops were from Thailand. The only bay scallops I could find. I bought a big $6 package of about a pound of it. It was not bad. It was a good deal. So I broke that into smaller quantities, of course. I pulled the freezer food out and let it sit on the counter for about a couple hours with a little water in it. I use the water in my cooking too. It's very important. Okay, so let me put this one in front. Wow. Big shot of the camera there. All right. We'll take that plate off. You can look at the scallops. Okay, whenever you start boiling water, you want to get a little salt in the water. So I'm going to put a little salt in there. I've got this Himalayan sea salt I've got here. I'll just put a little shaker of that in there. There we go. Salt up the water. Yeah, so what goes well, what herbs go well with this? Dill. Dillweed is the herb we will use today. It's always a good seafood blend. First thing you want to do is make your onion. And I've added a couple peppers and some carrots that Sarah got from her classroom. I'm going to put in there, little teeny baby carrots. The onion is organic. It's an organic onion. It's, I don't know, you can't really see it. It says organic on it. We're going to use half of a container of organic roasted garlic. The Simple Truth makes this product, and I got these on sale for $2.99. So I'm going to use a half container, maybe more of this. I'm factoring that in, so that's about $1.50. $1 for each can, that's $3.50. $4 for the shrimp and the scallops, that's $7.50. $1 for the pasta, that's $8.50. $9.50 and the onion and cheese and the peas. So I think with the peas, I think we're pushing $10. So that's something to think about. Okay. Now again, if you pull the shrimp and the scallops out of the dinner, you'd have a tuna fish casserole, which some people eat that, and you could save $4 on the meal, right there. Okay, well, this isn't exactly how I wanted it. Yeah. So I guess it's kind of a slow day on the internet. Not many people chatting. I guess the only people chatting were the people I banned. Oh well. Well, at least I can eliminate the riffraff while we get started. Okay, as with the onion, we're always going to cut the bottom off first. And grab it and just pull the husk right off. Yeah, now today I'm cooking with a Band-Aid because yesterday I was out rototilling my garden, and I was cleaning the rototiller, and it's kind of like cut my finger a little bit. Not bad. I mean, I'm a second day of healing, and it's doing very well, but it's a Band-Aid, it's protecting it. Yeah, you never know when there's a piece of metal sticking off a metal router, roto-rooter. Yeah, I use an electric rototiller. Makes it a lot easier to go through the garden. Otherwise, growing things is a lot of work. I got to tell you, if you really are intent on growing things in this world, you're going to be working your butt off. Yeah. What they don't tell you is things don't grow unless you fertilize them. If you just put some seeds in some dirt, most of it wouldn't grow. You actually have to fertilize everything. Just like I need my coffee in regular intervals. Well, your plants need nutrients when they grow, and if they're not in the soil, they don't grow. And farmers have been, leaning on chemical fertilizers for many years, and it's not exactly the ideal solution, chemical fertilizers. So organic does preserve the soil and the nutrition, and doesn't put chemicals in your food, and will help your food withstand droughts too. Rodale Institute proved that organic food lasts as long as genetically modified food in a drought situation because the soil is so nutritious and moist. Big difference. All right, so that's getting hot. We're going to throw some of the atomizer on there. Let's work it up there a little bit. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and spray it on there. Okay, cover the bottom with a light oil. Extra virgin olive oil or safflower oil are my favorites. I'm going to cover up that water so it heats up a little bit better. Okay, we'll go ahead and chop that onion. Doesn't have to be a really fine dice. This knife is about ready to be sharpened again. All right. Okay. Okay, we'll throw those carrots on the grill right now and just get them on there. I like cooking with carrots like these because they're so easy you don't have to peel them or anything, She brings them home because I guess the kids don't always eat them at school, so. That last carrot, there we go. Okay, we'll throw the onions in on top. I'm going to turn that water up to level 6 because I think this medley will be cooking at a fairly good clip. So I'm going to go up to 6 on the water. Got to get that rolling sooner than later. Now with peas, you don't really have to pull them out of the freezer. You can pull them out of the can if you want. Really, that's all you think about, huh? There are other things to think about in life. You probably didn't realize that. Yeah, well, when you're a kid, you're very curious about the world. You remember being curious, right? You get that wonderment. Well, if you stop doing what you say you're doing and focus on wonderment, you'll be a lot better off, really. Because what you're doing right now isn't going to get you anywhere. Wonderment might take you to that special place where you actually like doing what you're doing. Yeah. Try that out. We weren't all meant to just sit there and, vegetate. I'm using a cleaver because it's easier to chop vegetables. Now, if you're in a road-like situation, you could resort to the Cutco knife with the permanent blade. I paid $30 for this knife. I find that's a story in and of itself. Some guy I knew when I was working in radio had to get a job, so he got a job selling Cutco knives. It's just like, oh man, you got to get a job. Okay, well, get that job. And of course, the first thing he did is comes over to my house and says, no man, you got to buy this knife. I said, no, I'm not going to buy the knife, man. Thank you for showing me your knives. No, you got to buy something. I got to make a sale, man. He sat here for an hour and insisting I make a purchase. I said, no, I don't want that knife. But you see how great it cuts. You know, it's got a permanent blade, and I'm glad I got the knife in the long run. But, you know, because it's like the only knife I'll need on road trips, right? But man, they really know how to make good blades over there at Cutco. This is an old Roger and Hammers Guild, Master Guild. Rogers and Master Guild from 1967. It too still works. I'm going to take this this orange pepper and just throw that on top for flavoring. Then I'm going to hit it with dill weed, like that. Okay. I'm going to take the uncooked and the cooked uncooked shrimp. Actually, the tail is off, everything's off. It's kind of frozen still, so it just came out of the freezer about 3 hours ago. I'm just going to push that on top of there and kind of like distribute the shrimp evenly around the dish. Yeah. Everyone gets a couple shrimp and a couple of scallops in the meal, along with lots of tuna fish. Okay, I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to set the scallops on top. I'm leaving the water in the bowl though, so I'm going to just push everything out, put it on top, and then cover it up, keeping the water in the bowl. All right. All right, put the water in with the peas, because I'm going to draw from that water as I need to. Okay. Yeah, well, it definitely is. It's definitely good to have a curved blade when making this maneuver right here. I'll show you. See this maneuver? The rocking maneuver. Yeah, that's great for cutting up and mincing little things, little teeny garlic. Like if you take a little piece of garlic right here and then pound it down and push the shell off, then put it under the knife. And then just gently rock over it like that. And it minces it right up. Take the garlic and put it in the dish. We're going to need a little bit more garlic too. I'd say 3 or 4 cloves, just to be on the safe side. Okay. Yeah, this particular product is incredible. This Simple Truth Organic White Roasted Garlic Alfredo Sauce. If you get this product at Kroger, they sell it, you will not be disappointed, I assure you. The quality is just terrific. And you don't have to sit there and make a white sauce. You know, that's the biggest thing about it. If you got to make a white sauce, it takes a lot of effort and butter and flour. And when it's already made, it's so much better. Okay, we'll go ahead and do that again with the garlic. I just pound it with my fist on the base, and that's where that knife comes in handy too. You can't do that with a little Cutco knife. It's like a mallet. And you see how easy you just put it right under the blade, like that. And hold it down, and then just rock it right over, keeping one tip of the knife down. Now a Chinese butcher knife, it has a straight blade, a little more difficult, and a lot of Chinese people love to just go like that, you know, so that's possible too. Throw the garlic in on top of that. And we'll dust it with some more dill weed. Okay. Fantastic. I can't play any videos during this segment of the show, but if you repost it when I get into the other room, I can do the video. No problemo. Okay. I'm going to open up those cans of tuna fish because that's important. And in this instance, I am going to use the, I'm going to filter, I'm going to wash the tuna fish. All right, let's see if the angle's any better. It's still pretty bright in David's kitchen, isn't it? Okay, this has the pull tab, so I don't really need anything to, those are always fun to get. Okay. We'll open this one up. Tuna fish is one of the things I rely on for storage, food storage. I even have tuna fish from like way back in the 2020 or so. Actually, I have tuna fish from Y2K, as I recall. Make sure everything's good. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to just put it over the sink, and I have a nice little colander here I use. And just drop it in there, and I take and rinse the inside of the can out with the tuna in it. Right in there, and then kind of run water through it. I'm going to do the same with this can, and just make sure you get everything. It makes it really easy. And then just put a little water in there, and then shake it, shake, rattle, and roll, and then what you're doing is just getting rid of any salt, excess salt, and then press your fingers on that. Doesn't have to be completely drained, you know, not to the point where it's dry or anything. And then put that on top of the cooking seafood medley, like that. Just plop, plop. We've got a roaring boil going on, which is great. Okay, roaring boil back here. We'll throw our rotini into the pan. There we go. Got a half a box of mixed rotini, some wheat, some white. Throw that right in there. And then I've got a thing called Blue Evolution. This is a product that has seaweed in it. Seaweed sustenance, rotini, semolina durum. It's also non-GMO. I got these on sale for $1 a package, so I don't buy pasta for more than $1 a package if I can avoid it. Although that's getting a little bit more difficult now that the food shortage has kicked in, right? How do I pay my bills? I don't have any bills. I mean, I have some taxes, but nothing really to speak of. Utilities. Sarah gives me help on utilities, so that's nice. When you own your own home, it's a luxury. It really is. That's why I'd love to see a lot of people in the world have home ownership. I really would. Let me just pour some of these like green seaweed ones in there with it. Okay, so I equaled about $1 worth of pasta from my end. Again, if you can't buy it that cheap, keep looking. See what you can do. Use it for another meal. Well, the whole reason why I show you guys how to cook this way is because I don't use a lot of money. That's why I'm showing you how to cook this way. Yeah, it's kind of a cool concept. Now, I'm going to put some dill weed in the water here. Now, if you're really hurting on water and you have to conserve, you can use the water in those cans. Put it in with your water in your pasta, which actually makes your pasta taste more like tuna fish. We're going to keep that at a roaring boil, level 6, medium to medium high. I'm going to get a few more rotini. lot of water. It should absorb it, no problem. No, everything on my site. Let me make some coffee too. I'm going to come over to the coffee station. I picked up a, this is the kind of deal for Keurig you want to find. 36 for $3.99. And normally you see 36 for like $20 at the market. So get that kind of a deal if you see it. I was using my deal dar and I said, I'm going to go in that store, and then sure enough it was sitting right there. I said, $3.99 for that? Arabica coffee? I'll take it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put this in here. You know, I got Mad Dog hooked on the coffee, so Keurig, so he went off of booze. Isn't that great? Isn't that awesome? I mean, that's one of the best accomplishments I think I've ever heard. He just chooses a different... Thank you for sharing that information. Yeah, he just uses a different Keurig flavor to kind of change his thing up. Because when you drink, you always want to have stimulation, you know. And if you don't have drinking, because I don't drink, I've never had alcohol, but if you gave up drinking, the Keurig choices are really kind of nice to. I recycle everything. Yeah, I know you're noticing how much weight I've lost. I know, it's amazing, isn't it? You can't make fun of Dave and his 44 waist now. I've got a 38 waist. Isn't that great? I know. Of course, I work out all the time. It's type of a Tai Chi, but I call it Tai Bo Chi. Uh-oh. Hey, we're getting really nice flavorings coming out of this right here. Once you get your boiling going, yeah, we're going to add a little bit of that water. Yeah, we're going to add a little water to the dish. Throw some peas on it. I'm going to throw some peas in the boiling water of the rotini too. So I just basically push the peas into both dishes. And we're still running at level 3 for the saute. And we'll be adding the white sauce in just a bit. I'm still cooking that. But yeah, you can take advantage of the hot water, and you can still keep the flame up, and it'll still cook. And it brings that pea flavor, which has lots of protein in it, and a natural vegetable. I love peas. My namesake. All right, we got some nice coffee going here. We'll put some coffee in a cup. Get a little water in there. Yeah, so I've resorted to buying a lot of my water. I go and refill it, and then I filter it whenever I can. But I was unable to actually get my local neighborhood to reduce the chlorine enough for me to actually swim in it or drink it or anything. So, yeah, I'm relatively unhappy, but I'm not going to keep calling up and saying, hey, you know, you can only do so much, right? They said they're going to put a new filter system in the fall, and I'm going, I told my neighbor, I said, why are we waiting till the fall to put a filter system in? I don't get it. So don't be surprised if I just, you know, hit the road because I'm so frustrated with this water. Well, Sarah doesn't mind. I put filters on all the shower heads, but whoop, boil over. Thank you. We got it. Sometimes you need a little boil over. You want to keep the open top if you can. Unless you're in a mountain environment, then you can kind of put it in a jar like that. Wipe up. The glass top is really easy to cook on. There's no, you know, it's the best surface ever. They make a glass top induction range now, high end. It's very expensive. So if you're inclined to do that, of course. And then there's another option. Really, a lot of RV van life people are doing this, and that's getting the induction range that they sell at Costco. That's about 120 bucks, really, and it's enough for I guess one really nice stovetop, induction range ready container. I believe they sold it with the container. Yeah, included. Which it comes with a nice stainless steel pot to cook everything in. But I've seen people that use battery systems to charge up all day long, and they have enough cooking on that induction range. They can cook a meal not once, but like 2 or 3 meals. I can't read fast. Sarah's hanging out. She works every day. Okay, I better keep that cover off. It wants to stay off. Okay. Now we're talking full boil on this stuff on the right. I have not avoided any decent question posed. No. Yeah, that's a bannable offense. Any type of negative statement in the show, I'm going to mute you. But if you don't straighten out your act in 5 minutes, you're out of here. The batteries are expensive, but you can get the same battery potential out of nickel metal out of actually lead acid batteries. The big marine batteries, they're about 200 bucks. They're not bad. 2 of those 12 volts side by side, 24 volt setup will be just fine. Okay, now this particular dish on the right is starting to need to move around. So I'm going to move everything around. And because it's just slowly cooking, I'm just going to set that nicely gingered, I'm going to set that roasted garlic on top. Okay. I'm going to use the whole thing. Why not? I kind of figured I was going to use the whole thing. And I take the rest of that in there, and I put some filtered water in there. Not too much, and just mix it up. You go to shake. And pour it right on top of that. Now take the whole dish up to level 6. And now what you want is to boil, start getting everything going like a boil almost. And all those, and give it a little mix, because all those shrimp are pretty much cooked in there. And the scallops are cooked, so you don't want to cook it too fast at the bottom. The idea is to marry the ingredients. And throw some dill pepper, dill and pepper, yeah. I've got some really good garlic pepper from Patti LaBelle. Yeah, she was wholesaling these products, and I bought them for like 10 cents a piece. These are like pretty expensive. But I can put some Patti LaBelle garlic pepper on there. You can use regular pepper and garlic powder, whatever. Yeah, that's going to be good. All right. That'll complement that nicely. Okay. Your full boil is pretty much going as fast as it can. Now you can probably slow down to a simmer on these back here. Turn it to like low and just let it set and seal the steam in, because the steam will help cook those rotinis a little bit more. And give this thing a little shuffle now and then. The idea is to just start melding the ingredients. So just kind of poke it a little bit. You can cover it if you want. The important thing is there wasn't a lot of food that was going to be tough. So it's going to be easy to cook those little carrots. Those are already done. And they're just kind of in there for color. If you have something for color like a red pepper, you can use that too. No. No, don't ever cook your pots, your fish separate. The whole point of cooking in two pots is to have those ingredients meld into the sauce. That's what I call fusion cooking. Now, if you're one of those people that thinks, oh, that doesn't matter, dude. Well, I've had people tell me this dish is incredible. And I said, well, this is back when the dollar store used to sell bay scallops. You know, remember that? I used to be able to make this dish with bay scallops for $3. You know, just straight up. But now I'm adding more protein. You know, I've added the tuna mix. I'm going to throw the cans out. I know what you're saying. You're saying, David, you walk like a robot. Well, I'm actually pretending to be a robot half the time. Part of this urban myth thing is I'm trying to generate buzz to make people think I am a robot. Yeah, it's kind of it's a clever idea, I think, to get people to talk about, you know, America's Third Party. It's this robot guy. That is a kind of a clever twist, isn't it? Whatever. It'd be nice to get a 3D cam. But I don't really need that right now. Our bandwidth is so low, it's kind of pointless. You realize how long a 3D show would take to download on your end? I mean, really. So we got dahlias in this window here. The ghost cactus, which is growing continuously. I can't control it. Various cacti and a little orchid over on the right. It still looks like it's going to be growing nice this year. It's still growing out of that same planter too. And then I've got these really lovely globe artichokes, and I've been nursing them here in the sun. And I'm building a really bigger artichoke garden, and they like water, so you can always give them water. It won't hurt them. Yeah, so I'm expanding out my artichoke garden. Okay, that rotini's looking pretty good. Oh yeah, I'm going to turn it off actually and just let it set in its own heat now. But I'm into perpetual gardens. When will we watch videos? We'll be doing that at 6 o'clock, man. I mean, this is the cooking show. This is not a trailer, Rodney. It's a modular home. It looks like a regular house on the outside. Stop calling it a trailer. My God, man. You East Coast people are all the same. It's unbelievable. You call all these modular homes trailers. What's wrong with you people? I should call your house with your, what do you call them? Cesspools. Yeah, they have cesspools on the East Coast. They don't have septics, they have cesspools. No, this is going to be broken into many meals. This will make me 5 meals, so, you know, it's not like, hey, let me give this a little stir. Oh yeah, we can turn it down to you can stop all flames now. You're done. Okay, perfect. Nice and creamy. Just the way I like it. There we go. Okay. Now, we'll get the glass bowl. Give it a little rinse out of the dishwasher. You don't want to have any dishwasher taste in there. You never know with dishwasher products, you know. And then I'm going to go ahead and put the rotini in the sink, and I'm going to drain the water. Okay. And then you can put at the bottom, if you don't want it to stick, you can spray the bottom with a little bit of oil, you know, around the surface. Yeah, you like that extra creamy white sauce? I absolutely love it when this stuff comes together. Okay, then I've got that Italian cheese too. Okay, so I'm going to put this down like this, right here. Boom. See how easy that was? Oh, you didn't even see it. Well, I did it. I did it. You'll have to know I did it. Oh, Sarah's on. I put cheese right at this point, right here. Half of this amount of cheese, and just kind of push it in like that. Oh, 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 oh! Foot cam. Hang on. Let me get the car door. Yeah. We'll call this house a car. Hi. Yeah, so I prefer if you just call this instead of a trailer, Rodney, just call this a car. Yeah, I live in my car. Just say that. Yeah, Dave lives in his car. Yeah, you might as well. Okay, I'm going to put this beautiful sauce on top of this right here like that. All of it. And see, it filters right into the rotini. It's perfect for that. Give it a good poke. And just put it all together like that. And it fuses together on its own. Just kind of push the ingredients down. And sometimes people will look at the carrot and they'll go, is that a carrot or is that a shrimp? They won't know because it'll taste like a shrimp because it'll be cooked in the shrimp. Okay, and we'll get a little cheese topper. Beautiful. Okay, fantastic. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and cover it up. And dinner is served. Hey, thanks everybody for watching this amazing, quick, super fast seafood medley. Enjoy. I'll talk to you guys in a bit. I'll be in the other room. I'll be uploading this at the same time. Thank you for coming into Mr. Right.